all season long. Now we got to avoid the sickness bug here, as it is raining sheets of water right now out of the sky. Mother Nature playing a nasty trick on us tonight. Felt wonderful all day. Blue skies, beautiful. I'm telling you, everybody was busy today, and next thing you know, Watson, this afternoon, we knew it was coming, and it just held off a little bit longer than everybody expected it to. But anyway, we're here tonight, and everybody expects to see a good game. It's going to be some good playoff action, as Coach Nestor mentioned on the radio Thursday morning at 9 o'clock when we did our little Delta talk with Bobby Williamson. He mentioned it's first round of playoffs. It's 0-0 is your record right now. And it's either win and advance or lose and go home and start on basketball season. I'm not looking forward to basketball season, and
not just yet. No.
Yeah, exactly. And as I'm pretty sure all these Indianola Academy seniors, I think we got around 14, 15 of them. Neither are they looking forward to starting basketball season as well.
No, not at all. And we mentioned the Colonels, the number 1 seed in the 16-team playoff bracket. The winner of tonight's game will get the winner of the 8-9 matchup. The number 8 seed is Bio Academy. They are hosting Leak Academy tonight just up the road from here in Cleveland. We'll keep you updated on those scores throughout the night. Colonels will have or do have home field advantage throughout the playoffs up until the state championship, should they be fortunate enough to advance. So the good news is they'll be at Legion Field. If you hadn't had a chance to come out and watch them yet this year, I don't know that you're coming tonight, but hopefully there'll be 2 more opportunities.
Such a prime opportunity to come. And Watson, here's the thing about it. There is some prime seating available right now. Please come out here tonight. You can sit wherever you want right now.
Yeah, a lot of seats still available on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And got a feeling our listening volume and the live stream volume will go up tonight with the current weather. It's about 45 degrees right now as we're about 14 minutes away from kickoff. The north wind is gusting 10 to 15 miles an hour right now. The flag is straight out here at Legion Field, and watching the guys out in pregame warm-ups, the things you obviously expect to hamper a football team. There was a lot of issues with Will Davis and his receivers in pregame warm-ups, trying to run the option. That ball is wet. It's going to be wet all night long. You've got to overcome those elements. Both teams have to play in it. One bit of good news, William Barrier looked good from about 35 yards out kicking. He seemed to have no footing issues. That was about 25, 30 minutes ago. The rain continues to fall here at Legion Field. We'll see how the playing surface holds up as the night goes on.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's, Legion Field here, she's really holding up well right now. We've been avoiding her for the past 3 weeks as we had a 3-week road stretch there. I'm glad to be back at home and in the nice, friendly confines. Not saying that the places that we went were the worst of places, but nonetheless, it's always nice to be back here in good old Indianola, Mississippi. I got this comfortable, nice new press box. Got this finished up, started last year. This is our second year breaking it in, and it's been wonderful. And, hey, last year it rung us in a state championship, our first in a long time. And so maybe that was the good luck charm, and hopefully it can keep us continuing going forward and going towards that state championship march off yet again this year.
Tonight will be the 17th all-time meeting between the Colonels and the Green Wave. The series is tied 8-8. We mentioned these two teams met back on September 22nd. The Colonels picked up a 38-8 win in that game. Sebastian Harris, the Colonel workhorse in the backfield, ran for 3 touchdowns. William Barrier added a 37-yard field goal. And, North Delta had their chances in the first half of that game, Brady. They twice drove into the Colonel red zone and turned it over on downs both times, one of those being at the 1-yard line. The Colonels turned both of those turnovers on downs into touchdowns, and that really put the game away as, like we said, the Green Wave came into that one undefeated. They were riding high. They had been blowing opponents out up to that point. Colonels had their way with them a month ago, but, these weather conditions, that neutralizes everything. So, not really sure what's going to happen out here tonight.
First off, before I go to that, I got to say it must be bright and sunshiny and about 95 degrees in Cleveland, Mississippi, as our tag team partner, Kurt Owen, comes in here wearing shorts and a short-sleeve shirt.
Yeah, he didn't get the memo.
He did not get the memo. Watson, you're exactly right, man. That was a tough game the first time we played North Delta Green Wave. I was truly shocked when I saw that they had dropped all the way down to a 16 seed. Pretty proud, though, of our district this year. 4 teams out of 5 made the playoffs. Out of 16 teams, 4 of our teams made it. That's pretty awesome. We got 5 districts, so that tells you we probably had one of the toughest districts if 4 out of 5 teams made it and only 16 make it there. North Delta, you're exactly right, Watson, came in undefeated. Those guys wanted to leave this field, Legion Field, the first time around, undefeated as well, and Indianola Academy's offense and defense really stepped up and started playing there in the second half, and we brought it together, and it turned out being a good game and a good night for the Colonels, and North Delta went home empty-handed.
Colonels are in the postseason for the 6th consecutive year. There has been one playoff meeting between the Colonels and the Green Wave that was back in 2000. North Delta won that game 42-14. Hopefully we get to reverse that fortune here tonight.
I was actually there, and it was a good game. I'm telling you, I remember that. I didn't go back to many games back at home at that time. I was off at school, and I didn't travel back home, but everybody kind of talked the hype up of that game, and I can remember it. And Indianola Academy went up there and was hoping to win that game and just could not survive there. And it was a lot closer than the score mentioned.
Coach Tommy Nestor is in his 12th year at Indianola Academy. He is going for win number 100 with Indianola Academy tonight. He is 99-43 in 12 years here. His assistants are Clete Putnam, Shan Wright, Alan Hill, and Ray Bridges. We're going to step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll give you the Colonel starting lineups as we continue with the Delta South Motors pregame show. First round of the MAIS AAA playoffs from Legion Field, the Colonels and the North Delta Green Wave, coming up in about 11 minutes. We'll be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola. Call 887-2160. That's Gresham Petroleum Company.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels.
Welcome back. Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta and the Delta South Motors pregame show. Go by and see Tommy Cook at Delta South Motors, located at 400 Highway 82, Indianola. Some of the Delta's best selection of late model, low mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs. Give Tommy a call at 662-887-7757 or check out their inventory online at deltasouthmotors.com. You can also find them on Facebook. Search Delta South Motors. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and on Saturdays, 9 to 3. Delta South Motors, 400 Highway 82, Indianola. It's time for the Colonel's starting lineups tonight, and we will start on the defensive side. At one defensive end, a senior number 52, Sheeper Phillips. Phillips with 2 solos, 11 assists on the year. At nose guard, a senior number 26, John Abbott Smith, 11 solos, 32 assists. The other defensive end is a junior, number 28, Wesley Lester, 21 solos, 44 assists. He leads the team in total tackles, also leads the team in sacks with 4 on the year. He has 2 fumble recoveries and a pass deflection. At outside linebacker, a junior, number 14, Josh Hill, 13 solos, 28 assists, a sack, and 2 pass deflections. The middle linebacker is a senior, number 64, Jack Dodd, 6 solos, 45 assists, and 2 fumble recoveries. The other outside linebacker is a junior, number 3, Stephon Smith, 16 solos, 40 assists, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and 2 pass deflections. At the laser position will be a sophomore, number 25, Woods Toller, 9 solos, 28 assists, a sack, an interception, and 2 pass breakups. At the Rocket will be a junior, number 80, Eli Lipsy, 13 solos, 22 assists, and 2 pass deflections. At one cornerback will be a junior, number 4, Randy Kimball, 7 solos, 14 assists, an interception, and 3 pass deflections. The other cornerback, at junior, number 22, Day Willis, 10 solos, 10 assists, an interception, and 3 pass deflections. And the free safety for the IA Colonels is a senior, number 11, William Barrier, 12 solos, 21 assists, an interception, and 4 pass deflections. To move to the offensive side, up front at left tackle will be a senior, number 58, Tyler Horner. At left guard, a senior, number 50, Cade Policini. At center, a junior, number 57, Logan White. At right guard, a senior, number 52, Sheeper Phillips. At right tackle, a senior, number 55, Watson Brewer. The starting tight end for the Colonels is the junior, number 3, Stephon Smith. Smith with 10 receptions, 123 yards, and a touchdown on the year. 2 starting wideouts will be a junior, number 4, Randy Kimball. 14 receptions, 135 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. And a senior, number 2, T.K. Bolden, 39 receptions, 1,021 yards, 9 touchdowns. He leads the team in all 3 categories, also has a rushing touchdown on the year. In the backfield at fullback, a junior, number 28, Wesley Lester, 60 carries, 393 yards, and 10 touchdowns. The starting tailback for the Colonels, a senior, number 10, Sebastian Harris, 167 carries, 2,044 yards, 27 touchdowns. He's averaging 12.24 yards per carry. Harris also with 5 receptions, 63 yards, and a touchdown on the year. He broke 3 school rushing records last week in the win over Lee Academy, set a new record for rushing yards in a single game, rushing yards in a season, and career rushing yards. What a night it was for the senior Harris. And the starting quarterback for the IA Colonels is a junior, number 15, Will Davis. Davis is 75 of 125 on the year, 1,403 yards, 14 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. Davis has carried it 38 times for 291 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of those coming in the win last week over Lee Academy. The captains have done their business at midfield. The captains for the Colonels tonight, Kate Policini, Sheeper Phillips, Watson Brewer, and Tyler Horner. The IA Colonels won the toss, and they have deferred their option to the second half. They're going to put the Green Wave out on the field in this driving rain, which, as of now, Brady, well, as I say that, I was about to say it's slacked up. Now it's coming down harder as we're about 5.5 minutes away from kickoff. Colonels will be in their home Royal Blues. Blue tops with white letters, white numbers, royal blue pants, the royal blue helmet with the white IA logo. North Delta is in their road whites with what appears to be gray lettering and numbering. Going to be hard to see the numbers out there.
Yeah, especially with the mud.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Watson, I don't know if you noticed, we sent out the meat hogs out tonight. I'm sure Coach Nestor sent the sign, and he was saying, hey, guys, if we're going to win this game, we're going to win it behind y'all on offense. We've got to win the line of scrimmage. It's muddy tonight. We're going to have to stay focused here. Y'all are going to be my leaders for the night. Let's make it happen.
Both teams have taken the field here as crowd continues to trickle in. I'm sure there are a lot sitting out in their vehicles in the end zones and many, many more listening and watching tonight on YouTube. Don't forget you can watch live video stream of Colonel football all season long by going to youtube.com and searching Indianola Academy Sports Network. You can also pick up our live audio stream online at supertalk.fm/high school. Scroll down to the IA football helmet. Don't forget, after the first Colonel touchdown tonight, you'll have an opportunity to win a $20 gift card from our friends at Fookies. Be the first to text your name to 601-941-3922. Again, that's after the first Colonel touchdown tonight. Be the first to do that. You'll win a $20 gift card from our friends at Fookies Restaurant and Catering.
Well, it should be a good night for football. I'm telling you, Watson, excited. I know the cheerleaders got their wishes for the blackout tonight, shot in the foot pretty hard here. It's hard to beg somebody to wear a raincoat that's all black and everything and find clothes for that, but still should be a good night here for football.
No doubt about it. Time for the opening prayer and national anthem. We're going to step aside and send it back to the station, and we'll be back. Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
This is Selden Van Cleve of Van Cleve Insurance. You may have noticed in the past that all successful athletic teams have a game plan they follow. We at Van Cleve Insurance feel that your insurance is no different. We are a trusted choice independent agent and offer all lines of insurance, which enables you to have all of your coverage in one place. Let us take a look at your insurance and work up a successful game plan for you. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located on Highway 49, Indianola, since 1932.
What is the swing bed unit at South Sunflower County Hospital? That's easy. It's the best place to get better. When you need skilled nursing or rehab after a hospital stay, choose South Sunflower County Hospital close to home. On-site therapy, state-of-the-art technology, and easy access to physicians makes South Sunflower County Hospital a great place to get better. During hospitalization and after, South Sunflower County Hospital in Indianola believes that better medicine begins with big hearts. Remember the big hearts and the swing bed unit that's close to home. South Sunflower County Hospital.
Uh-oh, Olivia. I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper. What are we going to do? Call my pals at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4476.
887-7757, and we certainly appreciate their sponsoring of our pregame show throughout the season. We are just about ready for kickoff. First round of the NAIS AAA playoffs. The IA Colonels, the number 1 seed, undefeated, number 1 team in the state. The North Delta Green Wave, the number 16 seed, they are 6-4. Colonels will be kicking right to left. Green Wave will work left to right, and they will send back Harris Cole and Jordan Cox to return the kick from Colonel Senior William Barrier, who has it teed up at the 40. Green Wave return men not expecting a deep kick here. We mentioned earlier the field conditions. It appears to be holding up well as of now. You can see kind of around the 20-25-yard line where the majority of pregame warm-ups took place, starting to get a little choppy. But the middle of the field in great shape right now. The rain does continue to fall here at Legion Field. Wind continues to blow. Temperatures continue to drop. Well, what else could you ask for first round of the playoffs?
No joke. I was very surprised we didn't sell seats here tonight up in the nice, dry, cozy press box.
We are underway. A short end-over-end kick going to hit at the 22 and be picked up at the 18 by Cole, and he is hit, wrapped up by Sebastian Harrison, dropped shy of the 25-yard line, and that's where the Green Wave will start first and 10. They'll put it at the North Delta 23.
That's your senior, your main guy there. He's normally the one that answers the call on the offensive side of the ball, but he also looks to get called upon on the special teams as well, and does a great job of running his lanes there for the Colonels and makes a nice little snot pop there. I believe we might have a first little nominee for Bill's Body Shop Collision of the Game nominee there.
First and 10, Green Wave at their own 23. Quarterback is Cole DeVazier. He will go under center. 3 backs in the backfield. He will turn, hand it off to the big man, number 51, chased around the left side, gets through 2 Colonels. Woods Toller goes over, puts a hand on him, and Stephon Smith finally able to bring him down. They're going to lose 2 back to the 21. That was Braxton Bailey, number 51, on the carry.
The big man, like you called it there. Hey, you got to leave it all out on the field here, Watson. You've got a playbook that starts about 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick at the beginning of the season. It's the end of the season now, Watson. Hey, you just got to throw the thing out. Use every play here, because if you don't, you will never get another opportunity here. You only get one shot, and tonight's the night.
2nd and 12, Green Wave from their own 21. Handoff goes left side, slipping through for a few yards, and good enough for a Green Wave first down. They're loose down the left side and finally pushed out of bounds by William Barrier. Is Tyler Holland on the carry? See where they mark him out. They're going to say he stepped out at the Green Wave 40. That's a gain of 19 and a North Delta first down.
Wow, just a nice run there by North Delta's offense, and just got to the outside there. Is that where you said he stepped out?
Yeah, they've got him at the Green Wave 40.
Wow, I saw him about 10, 15 more yards downfield. It was a nice run, though. The defense just collapsed a little too hard on the outside there, a bit too much on the dive, and North Delta was able to bounce that to the outside and get a lot of much extra needed yardage there for that first down.
Just underway at Legion Field, no score, 1st and 10, Green Wave from their own 40. Ball is on the far hash. They try Holland again, hit and dropped in the backfield. Stephon Smith busts through to bring him down Back at the 38, that's a loss of 2. We'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that's your man, your outside linebacker, your go-to guy right there, Stephon Smith, eating it up out there. This defense has really got to answer the call. You know, that last play there, you're going to have the pregame jitters. You're going to have the playoff jitters. Doesn't matter if you've been here 5, 10 years in a row in the playoffs, you still are going to get the jitters. If you don't get that during that pregame, you might as well quit because that means you don't enjoy it anymore.
Stacked backfield again with Bailey, Cox, and Holland. And it will be Cox on the handoff, and he is wrapped up and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Looked like a little confusion maybe in the Green Wave backfield. Couldn't tell who that was that got in there for the Colonels, but they got in there quickly. 3rd and 12 coming up.
Yeah, I was just surprised Devazier didn't fumble that ball whenever he tried to do the handoff, and they got lucky that they didn't drop that ball there. I got to break out the mojo here, man. We got to do the juju on the beat.
Yeah, I was wondering what I was hearing.
My fidget spinner, man. It's the good mojo. You got to bring it out.
Hey, whatever works.
There you go.
3rd and 12, Green Wave from their own 38. Bring a man in motion near side. Devazier will work out of the gun now. They check to the sideline. Devazier has Caleb Joyner in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Colonel defense looking for a stop here. A flag is down, and I believe the Green Wave got an early jump.
Yeah, I do too. As while we got a second to break here, I do have to give Buster Holloway a happy birthday wishes there. I'm not going to tell his age, but he is older than 70 this year, and congratulations to our public address announcer, Buster Holloway, doing a great job for the Colonels week after week. Thought I was going to get in a Facebook war with him earlier this week about the wardrobe selection. I was like, it's not my call. I'm just producing what I'm told.
5-yard penalty results in 3rd and 17 for the Green Wave from their own 33. 9:40 to play first quarter. Still no score here from Legion Field. First round of the MAIS AAA playoffs. Green Wave will go to the huddle as the play clock starts. Devazier will be in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right on 3rd and long. Brings it back in motion right side. Fakes the pass, tosses over the middle, is picked off. Josh Hill has a chance to return it to the 20-15-10, carrying a Green Wave inside the 10, and finally going to be brought down around the 7 or 8 yard line. That is the first interception of the season for Josh Hill, and a lot of undecisiveness there for Devazier as he let that ball go.
Well, they were trying to set up the middle screen there that time. John Abbott Smith as well as Stephon Smith, and couldn't tell who else. A whole host of Colonels were in there, had those ears pinned back, really applying the pressure. It was a 3rd and long situation, so they were expecting passing. They were going to apply the pressure on the quarterback, Devazier. The North Delta coach is thinking, hey, we're going to just dump in a little screen behind that pressing defensive line there, dump it off, and make them pay for being over-aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. Nonetheless, Indianola Academy's defensive secondary and linebackers stayed at home. Nice coverage there. Devazier got a little quick and hurried there. Couldn't make a good decision. Threw it and got batted around for a pick.
1st and goal from the 8. Davis will turn handoff to Harris. Runs over a man at the 5, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Colonel's first break of the night goes the way of IA, and they take advantage off the Josh Hill interception. Sebastian Harris takes it in from 8 yards out, and the Colonels go on top 6-0 with 9:11 to play in the first quarter.
Harris didn't look very comfortable running the ball there that time. Just ran off about the 4-hole dive there. Looked like he did a little hop, skip, and a jump there, maybe bouncing it to the outside. You know, I'm pretty sure it's hard keeping that footing out there, but nonetheless, he found pay dirt there, and that's what counts the most for Indianola Academy Colonels offense. Great run by Harris.
William Barrier on for the extra point. Kicking could be adventurous tonight. The Barrier, the senior, puts it through, and the Colonels lead 7-0 with 9:11 to play in the first quarter. Don't forget to text 601-941-3922. Text your name. Try to win a $20 gift card from our friends at Sookies. Colonels on top early. Here from Legion Field. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns. Archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech. Crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grainland. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland Seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Welcome back. Barriers kick taken by Harris Cole and taken down immediately by Alex Tannehill. They will mark it at the North Delta, appears to be the 22-yard line. Colonel's on top 7-0 with 9:05 to play in the first quarter. Able to take advantage of a Josh Hill interception. Set the Colonels up first and goal from the 8. Sebastian Harris takes it in on the first play of the drive. And the Colonels off to a quick start here, first round of the playoffs. Green Wave on for their second offensive series of the night. DeVazier will go under center, 3 backs. They toss it to Holland, looks for running room right side. He's going to be taken out of bounds after a short gain. Stephon Smith getting over to make the tackle, give him 2 to the 24. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
And Indianola Academy does a good job. You got to credit that defense with stretching the field there and using that 12th man, the sidelines there, to make that tackle. So we make sure that nothing gets to the outside. Colonels did a good job getting there swarming. You like to look up and have a problem figuring out who made the tackle, Watson, and it's because there's so many guys in blue over there making those tackles.
2nd and 8 from the Green Wave 24. Fakes the pitch. They'll hand it off to Cox. Looks for running room straight ahead. Going to be taken down by Tyler Horner near the 27. Give him 3 on the carry. I'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Green Wave.
Yeah, 58, Tyler Horner doing a good job staying at home. Stayed as deep as the deepest back, and the last time shucked across his offensive tackle's face there, got rid of him, and did a great job breaking down and making a nice first down saving tackle there.
Colonels on top, 7-0, 8:30 to play in the first quarter. Green Wave looking at 3rd and 5 from their own 27. DeVazier will work out of the gun. Now will come up under center. Still has big Braxton Bailey, number 51, in the backfield. They give it to Joyner on the end around right side, and he's taken down immediately. Stephon Smith, Woods, Toller converging on the tackle. They give him 1 to the 28, 4th and 4 coming up.
That was a very neat shift there that time, Watson, and North Delta shifted to try to catch Indianola off guard there in that 3-5 front that we normally run, and several of the players shifted down, and the defensive secondary, though, came up and made a huge play for the Colonels.
Vazier will punt for the Green Wave. It's a high spiral kick. Barrier will go back to the Colonel 38 to haul it in. Runs across right side, now cuts upfield at the 45, gets in Green Wave territory. 2 flags are down. That's going to be a block in the back against the Colonels. This return will come back as Barrier was taken out of bounds around their Green Wave 42. This one will be coming back.
Well, that's just good hard playoff football hitting right there, Watson. You like to see those guys getting after it. It's a timing play there. It's hard to hold off to the last second, and when that helmet face turn around there, boom, catch them on that crack block there, and Woods Toller just got caught with the penalty there. Right in front of him, Josh Hill did one, and it was very debatable as well, but he got away with his, and Woods just was 1 second too soon there. Wait 1 second, we're off to the races there.
There are 2 penalties on the play, a personal foul against the Colonels and a block in the back. So the Colonels will march backwards to start this drive. 7:31 to play in the first quarter. IA on top of North Delta, 7-0.
While we got a second, J.R. Robertson was the winner of the Sookies gift card there, so congratulations to J.R. Been listening to us for many a year on this Indianola Academy Sports Network.
Colonels will be at their own 32 to start this drive. Davis will go under center with Lester and Harris in the backfield. 1 receiver right, 1 to the left. Davis will turn, hand off to Harris, looks for running room straight ahead. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward for 2 yards. That's Braxton Bailey, big number 51. We've talked about him on the offensive side. Gets in there on defense, brings Harris down for only a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Just a junior there, Braxton Bailey, doing a good job for North Delta Greenway's defense up front there. Harris fell a little bit behind his up blocking back there. They had a good lane blocked up there. Offensive line fired off good, had a good opening, and Bailey just snuck in from the backside.
2nd and 8, Colonels. They pitch it short side to Harris. Coming near side, he's got the first down, taken out of bounds across midfield in Green Wave territory. They'll put it at the 49, a 17-yard run for a Greenville Motorsports first down.
And Harris almost happened to him again. He felt that backside pressure trying to collapse in on him again, and instead just decides to outrun all the blockers there that time. Did a great job of getting up the sidelines, tiptoeing down these home sidelines here. The officials right on the spot, though, there, and a great surge to get that first down for the Colonels.
1st and 10 from the North Delta 49. Ball is on the near hash. Davis under center, offset eye. Lester will get the carry this time, plunges ahead, down to the 43. 6-yard pickup for Lester.
Well, a nice, good little look there, shaking things up on the offensive side of the ball. Had Harris blocking for Lester there that time, and got it up through the middle, got the tough yards through the trenches there between those tackles, giving Davis and company a second and manageable play.
7 to the 42, 2nd and 3. Lester with the handoff again, going to be taken down this time at the 40. A 2-yard gain will leave the Colonels with 3rd and 1.
Well, North Delta wisely hitting Lester low as they're tackling him there. It's hard to hit a tree up top there and make them fall backwards as Lester runs real hard there. And Harris there that time getting up front, blocking for him again. So giving Colonels with 3rd down and manageable 1 here at right about midfield.
3rd and 1 from the Green Wave 40. Ball is on the near hash. Backs are split. Davis will sneak it, gets a little push from Harris, and he will have enough. I say he does. It'll depend on the spot. I thought initially he had an extra yard. They come back and mark it right at the 39. We may have to have a measurement.
Yeah, I believe we are going to have a measurement here. And Will Davis's helmet comes off there on that play. It was some snot popping going on up front there, Watson. And so Davis is going to have to check out a play here. I do like that when he does check out, I do feel very confident and comfortable in Josh Hill being our quarterback, though, back there for the Colonels, as he is a veteran of sorts as well, being getting a lot of playing time and experience this year for the Colonels.
They do give the Colonels a Greenville Motorsports first down at the Green Wave 39. Hill under center. He'll turn, hand off to Harris, tries to pick his way right side, and he's stacked up after a short gain. Well, you know the defense is going to key in on Harris. This would be a great night for play action, but with the wet field conditions, not sure how much Coach Tommy Nestor wants to put the ball in the air, but right now the Green Wave are converging on Harris, and they mark him a 1-yard gain to the 38, 2nd and 9.
Well, you know, and like you said, the rain conditions, that's exactly right. That's what you're going to look for as a running game. But number 2, T.K. Bolden being still a little probably injured. He's been injured the past couple of weeks. I thought he kind of re-aggravated his injury last week against Lee Academy, so who knows?
Harris with the handoff on 2nd and 9 and taken down just inside the 35 at the 34, give him 4 on the carry. Colonels will have 3rd and 5 coming up as the clock runs with 4:40 to play first quarter. Big Blue on top, 7-0.
If you can remember the first time that we played North Delta, they were really stingy and gritty on the defensive side of the ball as well, really giving Harris a frustrating night there on the offensive side of the ball, and he really had to fight for everything he got there. That was kind of a stretch there where we knew we were going to play 4 or 5 tough games in a row, and he was able to answer that call, though.
3rd and 5 from the 34. A flag is down. We'll get the call from the officials. This appears to go against the Colonels. And looks like maybe a receiver was lined up across the line of scrimmage. This will back the Colonels up 5 yards, put it at the 39.
Who was our tight end on the left side here that time? I think maybe he was lined up a little in the neutral zone. That's kind of a tough call there, although I do agree it's week 11, so it's time to be getting over those petty flags there.
3rd and 10 from the 39. Davis under center. Backs are split. 3-step drop. Looking to pass. Davis going deep down the left side. Has Bolden caught at the 15. And going to be taken down at the 9-yard line. Well, that ball kind of went straight up in the air. If he could have led Bolden, he was wide open. It will be a Greenville Motorsports first down, 30 yards down to the 9-yard line, 1st and goal, Colonel.
Yeah, 16, Braden Locke, the defensive back for North Delta, just lost T.K. Bolden, and that's not a person that you really want to lose there out in one-on-one, man-to-man situation there in the deep outs. and TK just kind of ran up under that ball. It looked like a good lead there at first. Davis really put a lot of oomph on it and just could not get the ball out there. It's just wind's pretty bad out there, but glad Bolton was able to stay focused.
First and goal, pitch comes near side to Harris, makes a cut at the 5, puts his head down, spins to the 3, to the 2, and going to be brought down there. 7-yard gain for Harris. Second and goal coming up from the 2.
This is where you win it right here, Watson, and lose it as well. In those trenches, those offensive linemen, those big sweat hogs, this is what they've been working for all year long. They got to get after it and down, gritty and dirty. The moms and dads at the end of the night got to be proud that their sons' jerseys are getting dirty and muddy here, and this is where they earn that.
Second and goal from the 2. Davis under center, offset eye. He'll turn, hand off to Harris, and he slips in the end zone with ease. Touchdown, Colonels. The second touchdown run of the night for Sebastian Harris. This one from 2 yards out puts the Colonels on top 13-0 with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Well, good job by Harris. Credit him getting into the end zone there. There were several would-be tacklers that he did have to elude there, but still very fast enough and able to change his route that he was running there to get into that end zone for the Colonels for the second touchdown on the night.
10 plays, 68 yards on the drive for IA. Barrier on for the extra point. It's a high snap. Hill's going to pick it up, and he's going to be tackled around the 5-yard line for the extra point. No good. 13-0 the score remains with 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. We'll step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel booster.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. Colonels on top of North Delta, 13-0. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. As Barrier's kick going to be taken by Harris Cole around the 12-yard line. Sets up the return up the middle. It's across the 25-30. Up near the 35. They're going to be taken down. William Barrier and Thomas Putnam combining on the tackle. Colonels taking advantage of an early turnover. Josh Hill with an interception. Return down to the 8-yard line. Sebastian Harris punched it in from 8 yards out, first play of the drive. Then after a 3-and-out, the Colonels go 68 yards on 10 plays. Harris a 2-yard run. With a bad snap on the extra point. 13-0 your score as the Green Wave will have it 1st and 10 from their own 34.
Oh, that's just getting stingy right there on special teams. As I got to remind you, that was our kicker, by the way, making the tackle there.
Yes.
Great job there by Barrier.
Ball is on the near hash. Devazier will turn, hand off to Joyner. Tries to stretch it left side. Dede Willis coming up to make the tackle. Joyner will go down near the 37. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Green Wave.
Dede doing an excellent job out there. The defensive back has really come into his own as the weeks progress here, doing a great job. As you can remember, first, second, third weeks of the year, he was kind of confused out there, got burned a couple of times. But as the weeks have progressed, he's really done a good job there, made a nice open field tackle.
2nd and 7 from their own 37. Devazier under center. They try the big fella, Braxton Bailey, again. He moves the pile forward up to the 43 before he's taken off his feet.
Big 11, William Barrier, standing him up right there. Now, don't get me wrong, he had some help there, but at the same time, when you see your free safety come up and give a good little snot pop there on the big man. I wish I had some stats on what size 51 Bailey is. I tell you this much, Watson, I love football, but I'm glad I'm not out there having to try to tackle that big man.
No doubt about it. 3rd and 1 from the 43. Devazier under center. They'll check to the sideline. Play clock down to 5. Green Wave got to hurry. I don't know if Devazier realizes it down to 2. Now they get the snap off. They hand it off to Bailey. And it appears at least from the official on the near side, that he may have enough for the first down. We'll have to check the spot. Jack Dodd lost his helmet. He'll have to check out for a play. Alex Tannehill will come in. They put the nose of the ball on the 44, and we'll call it 4th and inches.
Watson, I think there were about 10 men in the box on each side of the ball there. It was nasty there, that play. Goodness gracious, that was some hit there. I could feel that up in the booth here. Great hits there by the Colonels. We better get ready here.
4th and inches. Green Wave going to go from their own 44. Watch that ball. Trying to draw the Colonels off sides as game clock under a minute to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top 13-0. Green Wave looking to get something going here. They're going to call a timeout and talk things over. While they do that, we'll take a break as well. We'll take 1 minute and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
For more than 70 years, Guarantee Bank and Trust Company has embraced the time-tested principles of independent banking. We work to develop relationships with our customers, a relationship that provides the peace of mind knowing that your bank is with you every step of the way. Come discover it for yourself at Guarantee Bank in Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now open in Grenada. Personal service, professional solutions. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The best.
Welcome back. 4th and inches for the Green Wave from their own 44. 41 seconds to play in the first quarter. IA on top 13-0. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you from Legion Field. Couple of quick score updates for the bottom half of the bracket. Adams County Christian on top of Lee Academy 14-0. That went midway through the first quarter. Starkville Academy on top of Park Place Christian 7-0. That one in the first quarter as well. Still haven't seen a score from Bio Academy and Leak Academy, who the winner of our game will match up with the winner of that one next week in the second round. We'll continue to try to find a score there for you. Back to action on the field. Devazier will go under center on 4th and inches and follows Bailey around the other side. I don't know that he got it. It's going to be very close. He needed what appeared to be about 6 inches, and it will depend on the spot. He tried to wait on a lane to clear. It never did. He finally put his head down. The Colonels say it's a turnover on downs, and now the official,
He's going to measure it.
agrees.
Oh, there he went. I was thinking it was as well, Watson. 52, Schieffer Phillips, the senior defensive end, had a huge surge there on that side of the ball, the far side, the visitor side, as well as number 14, Josh Hill, got up in there. And then 64, Jackhammer Dodd came up in there and made a nice lick as well on that second effort that Devazier had there, and just couldn't hold them there. And, offense just could not move them there, and defense with another nice stand.
Ed Hockley from the NFL would be proud of this official here tonight. He is crisp and firm with his arm movement.
Yes.
1st and 10 Colonels in Green Wave territory. Harris hurdles a defender and is taken down immediately after a short gain. Give him 1 to the 43. Well, that's the third or fourth time we've seen him take the ball and immediately go to the air to try to hurdle a defender. We need you to stay healthy, young fella.
Well, I like the Superman shirts there, but nonetheless, you're exactly right. Nice hurdling efforts there. I was laughing at the end there. Watson Brewer, the right tackle for the Colonels, just throwing somebody around like a rag doll, and it was a good 2 or 3 seconds after the whistle had blown. I think he had had enough of him. He was blowing that guy off down the field about 4 or 5 yards, and, just it's getting nasty right now out there, folks.
First quarter comes to a close. Colonels on top 13-0 over North Delta. First round of the MAIS AAA playoffs here from Legion Field as the rain continues to fall. It'll take a break for about a minute or two and then continues to come down. Temperatures continue to drop, but the crowd, it appears, continues to build here at Legion Field.
Yeah, it really is, slowly but surely. I was looking across the way there at North Delta to see how many fans that they would have brought. They actually had a good little crowd, but I'm telling you, 2 minutes before kickoff, there was not but 3 people over there, and they were standing over there on the bleachers. Nobody has sat down yet. A good little crowd over there has shown up here to see some good first-round playoff football action.
Colonels, the couple of Sebastian Harris touchdowns on top of North Delta, 13-0. We mentioned the winner of this one will get, what was that? The winner of Bio and Leak in the second round.
Hope it's not our press box deciding to fall off the hinges.
No, me either. As we flip into the field, start the second quarter, Colonels will now work left to right. 2nd and 9 from the Green Wave 43. Ball is on the near hash. Davis under center, brings Harris in motion near side. There was movement up front. Officials blow this one dead. Will be a false start against the Colonels. Back them up 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 14 from the 48.
By this time of the year, you're supposed to have all these little quirks and problems out of here. We're seeing some flags that we hadn't been seeing in the past couple of weeks.
2nd and 14. Harris comes in motion. Play action. Davis looking to pass. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Through the hands of Stephon Smith. They were going for the tight end dump. They have seen the field conditions come into play there. Incomplete pass will leave the Colonels with 3rd and 14.
Yeah, the ball was a little high there thrown, but credit number 8, Miles Garner, the safety for North Delta, coming over and making a nice little lick there at the last second to ensure that Stephon Smith would not hold on to that ball there. And he had the ball thrown on the dump route, like you said, and he was wide open right there in the middle as North Delta really pinning those ears back and trying to put the pressure on the Colonels' rushing game. Just could not connect.
3rd and 14. Davis will work from the gun, looking to pass. Lost it right side, a little too much on it. Was trying to hit TK Bolden around the 10-yard line, led him a little bit too much. That'll leave the Colonels with 4th and 14 from the Green Wave 48, and we will see the punt team come on. Josh Hill with 16 attempts on the year, averaging 31.4 per kick.
I don't know if you're looking at the stars and bars down there in the west end zone, but she is flying pretty hard, standing out there, blowing looks like from north to south, probably about a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind there. So Davis has to also not only judge the speed, also the wetness of the football field and conditions, and he's playing against the wind.
Good snap back to Hill, gets it away. End over end kick, going to hit at the 25, and will take a Colonel roll inside the 20 to the 17. 31-yard kick out of Hill, right on his average. And the Green Wave will take over 1st and 10 as they trail the Colonels 13-0, 11:36 to go in the second quarter.
Well, a nice punt there by Josh Hill. He plays the wind there and keeps it away from the return man, so they weren't able to, North Delta wasn't able to set up a return there. And this is going to give the Colonels' defense very good field position to start this series on defense.
Ball is on the far hash. DeVazier will work from the gun. Actually, they've got a new quarterback in there, and he will keep it for himself straight ahead. Going to be taken down at the 19, a 2-yard gain. Trying to get a number, see who that was in there on the carry. Is that DeVazier?
I could not tell why.
That is 14. Wow, looked like a new quarterback. I apologize. So DeVazier, 2-yard carry to the 19. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Looks like the rain is starting to slack off some, so folks, if you're out there listening in Colonel Nation and still hadn't finalized your plans for the evening, we'd love to have you here at Legion Field. I don't know the exact address. I'd pin you on it if I knew it, but still some good playoff football action here tonight.
DeVazier will work from the gun on 2nd and 8 from the 19, brings a receiver in motion near side. And they're going to hand it off to Joyner, picks his way straight ahead. He's got enough for a Green Wave first down, taken down out of bounds. The ball comes loose, but I believe it was out of bounds. Green Wave recover. They will mark it near the 30. Again, good enough for a Green Wave first down. But like Day Willis or maybe Randy Kimball over there to make the tackle.
I couldn't tell, but somebody clotheslined the running back there and just brought him down with authority pretty good out there and lost the ball. Thought the Colonels were going to be able to jump on it, but they weren't. I like John Abbott-Smith, his aggressiveness at the nose guard position there. Worked upfield really hard there to cut off that route. The only problem was when that running back cut across the lane there, Indianola Academy, all the pressure was to the right. He ran to the left. Nobody was home.
12-yard gain to the 31, 1st and 10, Green Wave. DeVazier going to run it straight ahead. Now bounces out right side, 35-40, and taken out of bounds by Kimball. They're going to say he stepped out shy of the 40. And we'll put it at the 39, 8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2 coming up.
It looks like Indianola Academy defense has picked up about the same thing as I have, as North Delta has really shown a lot of favoritism to the wide side of the field tonight, running the ball a lot. And Indianola cheating hard on that wide side. North Delta looks like they're starting to counter back and saying, hey, we're not married to that wide side. We can run to the backside. The past 2 plays have gone to the backside, the short side of the field, and they've got some great leaps and bounds on yardage.
Call it 2nd and 7. They put it at the 38. Devazier takes the snap. Officials blow this one dead. Flags are down. 10:24 to play in the second quarter. Colonels on top, 13-0. Glad you're with us tonight on Super Talk for the Delta. This will be against the Colonels. Offsides, Green Wave trying to fire up the crowd across the way. This will result in a North Delta first down as they will move it up to the 43.
The only person that I can guess is the jackhammer taking that bear paw that he has on his left hand and might have got across, or is that the right hand? That's his right hand, my bad. Trying to get across the line of scrimmage there a little too fast and just cost them there for the Colonels on the defensive side of the ball. You know, you got to give North Delta a little credit. They're going to move the chains here. They're too good of an offensive team not to do that.
1st and 10, low snap. Devazier picks it up. Who's off to Jimmy Manuez, and he is tattooed at the line of scrimmage. Let's see who that is. Look like John Abbott Smith in there.
I was going to say either Smith or Lester. I could not tell. It was a 2-something, and it was on that left side of the line, so I could not tell either. But it was a nice little pop there. And that's the kind of hits that you like to see here. That's them bone rattling when some teeth jarring.
2nd and a long 9. Quick score update. Leak Academy 6, 5-0. Start of the second quarter. Devazier will take the snap out of the gun. Fakes the handoff. Going to keep it for himself. Dancing around. Now runs straight ahead and going to be brought down near the 48. Stephon Smith getting in there on the stop. Josh Hill as well.
As you can see, a lot of the field is coming up now. Devazier made a cut there to the left at the last second, and some of the field came up. The turf came up with him as well. I'm trying to find scores myself, Watson, and I am just having trouble here. I am not the best color commentator in the business, though.
Empty backfield. Devazier works out of the gun, 5 wide on 3rd and 6. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Colonels on top, 13-0. Now a back shifts in motion to the backfield. They run the little Utah pass. Stephon Smith not having any of it. Bring him down back at the 45. That's a loss of 3 on the play. And we'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Green Wave.
I do have here Simpson 7, Kapaya 0 in the second quarter here. And just a beautifully executed play there on defense. Stephon Smith, none of the Colonels really committed to try to chase Devazier there. He was kind of comfortable back in the pocket. It really didn't look like North Delta's offensive linemen really sold that. They've got to let the defense work upfield, and they did not do that.
Devazier back to punt. A flag is down. I don't know if this one was deflected or what. It's going to go about 8 yards and out of bounds. We'll check the penalty marker.
You're exactly right. Those hand signals over there by that official are crisp and to the point. He might be trying to get warm over there. There's no telling.
Corporal Whitehat is having himself a time down on the field tonight. And this will be a chop block against the Green Wave. Boy, and the official is giving it the business.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope those of you watching on YouTube, I hope they're getting a shot of that. Got 8:11 to play in the second quarter. Colonels on top, 13-0.
And got Simpson on top of Kapaya now, 13-0 in the second quarter.
Colonels will have it 1st and 10 from their own 45. Harris comes in motion near side. He'll take the handoff on the end around. Gets by man at the 44. Breaks free down the right side. 35-30, 25-20. Sebastian Harris will go 55 yards for the score. And just like that, the Colonels extend the lead 19-0 with 7:59 to play in the second quarter.
Well, once he got to the outside and was able to utilize that speed there, we knew he was just going to have to beat 1 or 2 guys. Wesley Lester is blocking back, as well as T.K. Bolden, his receiver out here. made two great blocks there, and that vaulted him into that secondary and off to the races there. As he did a great job, Harris did, remaining focused on that end zone, running forward, and a great hard run there for the Colonels.
Colonel's going to go for two here as the last extra point attempt. There was a bad snap. Barrier never got a chance to kick it away. Colonel's going to go for two, try to make it 21-0 here. Davis will go under center, I formation in the backfield. And play action. Davis rolls to his right, looking to pass, throws toward the end zone, and is it caught? Yes. Stephon Smith went down low, diving effort. Took a while for the officials to give a signal, but the two-point try is good. 21-0. Colonel's on top with 7:59 to play in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Secret in the Delta is Impact Wholesale Warehouse on Highway 82, Indianola, right next to Love's Travel Center. Having a party? Get all of your party supplies at Impact. Save money on your janitorial supplies by shopping our huge warehouse. And listen to this, ribs, chicken, catfish, and seafood are our specialties. Also canned goods, candy, and lots more. We serve many area schools and restaurants and would love to serve you. That's Impact Wholesale Warehouse next to Love's Travel Center. Call 887-7288.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels.
Welcome back. One play, 55 yards. Sebastian Harris, his third touchdown run of the night, and the two-point pass from Davis to Smith, good to put the Cardinals on top, 21-0. Just under 8 minutes to play second quarter. As Barrier's kick taken around the 22, and the Green Wave return it up near the 30. That's where they'll have it, 1st and 10. Brady, you had a couple of scores. I think Adams County Christian now up 21-0 over Lee.
And Starkville Academy up 14-0 on Park Place. Simpson up 14-0 on Capaya. And I was looking at several other size schools, and there's a bunch of good games going on tonight.
Again, Leak Academy was on top of Bio, 6-0, start of the second quarter. Winner of that one will get the winner here. Things stay on track. That should be the Colonels. Devazier takes a snap out of the gun, looking to pass, runs left side, throws incomplete. What Colonel coaching staff thought maybe a backwards pass. Day Willis thought the same. Instead, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Day just reading the quarterback's eyes there and doing a great job there, stepping up the last second and knocking that ball down. And, just great, exciting time. I'm telling you, he's coming into his own as defense. I might have to give that a Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage nominee of the game there.
2nd and 10, Green Wave from their own 32. Ball is on the right hash. Devazier will work out of the gun. Trips come to the near side. Low snap. And fakes the give. He's going to try to run it straight ahead. Stacked up at the 30 and dropped. 4 or 5 blue shirts converging on Devazier. Josh Hill in there to lead the way. Like Sheeper Phillips in there as well.
I couldn't see who went low. Somebody went real low, though, and took the legs out of Devazier before he was able to put anything on there. Tri-County up 12-0 on Oak Hill, which that's a AA school, but that's still a good game there as well.
3rd and 11 from the 31. Trips come near side again for Devazier. Works out of the gun, empty backfield. 7:05 to play second quarter. Colonels on top, 21-0. Devazier takes a snap, looking to pass, steps up in the pocket, in trouble. Now heaves downfield and almost picked off. Randy Kimball had his paws on it. Couldn't bring it in. Boy, Devazier threw that one to save his life. Stephon Smith was coming in hot.
Yeah, he was. He just had an outside blitz there coming around the outside. Nobody really picked him up that well. He didn't have a free shot. He had to kind of make a big loopity-loop there, but he got there, and whenever he got there to Devazier, he made it with authority there. Nice lick there, and another 3 and out for the Colonels' defense.
Devazier will go back to punt.
Oh, he's hurting. And it's cold out there, Watson. You know that lick hurt.
Play clock down to 8.
I don't think he cares if they snap the ball again, ever.
So, play clock down to 1. I don't think the officials see it. Maybe the clock never reset because they just whistled it ready for play. William Barrier will go back and stand near his own 40.
Wow.
A high wobbly kick out of Devazier takes Barrier back to the 36, and he's going to be taken down as he runs backwards back at the 30-yard line. So great coverage downfield out of the Green Wave. Colonels will start this drive first and 10 from their own 30 on top of North Delta, 21-0 with 6:45 to play in the second quarter.
Another update on Spirit Radio Sports is IA-13 North Delta Zero.
Good job, Mark.
Yeah, a little bit behind there. But that's fine nonetheless. I know it's hard keeping up with the entire state of Mississippi. We love our football here, our high school football especially, and got a lot of good games here. In public school, this playoff scenarios are all shaking out. Had some good games going on. And in private schools, the MAIS is the first week of the playoffs.
First and 10, Colonels from their own 30. Davis will turn around and toss right side to Harris. Waits for a block from Lester. Wow, what a collision. Harris is free again down the right side. Turns on the Jets. See ya. Wow, first the block from Lester to spring him free, and then the wheels from Harris. 70 yards on the carry. Wow, and Superman just continues to do his thing.
Yes, he does, and what he does is, I mean, whenever he sees his supporting cast make nice blocks like that, he's going to come out and really show off here and do a great job of finding that end zone. I got to credit number 2, TK Bolden, with getting it started first, making a nice crack block there, sealing off the outside. Lester bounces to the outside and kicks out the defensive back there that TK left open whenever he made the crack block. And Harris does all the rest there for the Colonels' offense.
Puts him over 150 yards already on the night. I think he's at 167. Barrier on for the extra point. A flag is down.
These officials are flag happy tonight now.
Good chance to see Corporal Whitehead again.
I did get
that ball looks like illegal substitution maybe against the Colonels.
I did get several texts saying that he looks very animated on the live stream. So there are several fans out there in Colonel Nation that are paying attention and to him just like we are.
So back to Colonels up 5 yards. Barrier will try what will be now 25-yard extra point.
Oh, he's got it. Chip shot.
Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is good. 28-0. It's all Big Blue here from Legion Field. 6:28 to play in the second quarter. We'll step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel Paul on Super Talk for the Delta.
The year was 1953. The average wage was $4,000 a year. Gas was 20 cents a gallon, and Dwight D. Eisenhower became president. In that same year, in the land of cotton, the Mississippi Delta, Abrahams was born. Michael and Helen Abraham carry on the proud tradition of offering the finest collection of men and women's clothing for Indianola and all of the Delta. Jeans from Big Star and Silver, mountain khaki shorts and pants, and Polo and Cotton Brothers for men. For the ladies, shoes by OTBT, Barefoot Dream sweaters and Carly dresses and tunics. And don't forget Patagonia and True Grit in ladies and men. Proud Colonel Boosters, Abrahams, downtown Indianola.
Some call it Low Smoke Aheadis. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that Low Smoke Aheadis has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Low Smoke Aheadis also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Low Smoke Aheadis Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
Welcome back. Barrier's kick taken by Braden Locke and returned up near the 30-yard line. That's where the Green Wave will start first and 10. 6:17 to play in the second quarter. Colonels on top 28-0. 3 times tonight, the Colonels have scored on the first play of a drive. All 3 of those, in fact, all 4 Colonel touchdowns have come courtesy of Sebastian Harris. He's got touchdown runs of 70, 55, 2, and 8 yards on the night. We mentioned before the last break, already eclipsed the 150 mark here as he went for 315 last week in Clarksdale to break 3 school rushing records. And boy, the greatness just continues. And like Coach Nestor is always very quick to mention, it all starts up front. He also gets some pretty good blocks from his receivers. And on that last 70-yard run, a big one from Wesley Lester, as North Delta wants to talk things over. They call a timeout. We'll keep it here. 6:17 to play. Second quarter, Colonels 28, Green Wave nothing. Leak Academy has extended the lead over Bio. That is 12-0 with 4 minutes and change to go in the second quarter. Brady, you've got some more scores.
Central Hines 21, Natchez Cathedral 7 in the first quarter. Also, Jackson Prep up 21-0 on Park Lane in the first quarter there. Like we had mentioned earlier, there's some good games all throughout each district tonight, and pretty exciting ones throughout.
Coming up during the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show, we'll have first half stats for you and recap things. No Double Quick trivia question tonight. We do want to thank Double Quick for sponsoring our trivia question throughout the regular season. They have 20 years, maybe, probably longer. But we always enjoy that. We know our fans do as well. We want to say a special thank you to our friends at Double Quick. Coming up in our post-game show, we'll have the Lost Pizza Company players of the game, as well as the Bill's Body Shop collision of the game, and the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage play of the game. So stay with us. A lot of good things yet to come. 1st and 10, Green Wave from their own 30. It'll be Locke on the handoff around the left side. It'll be taken down. Day-Day Willis, William Berry are the first to get there. They'll mark him at the 33. 3-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 7.
Watson, I didn't realize this. Looked like several people decided to go and start at 8 o'clock tonight there, as you had Heritage taking on Central at 8 o'clock. Columbia with Wayne at 8. Winona at St. Joe of Greenville started at 8. And Clinton Christian versus Manchester starting at 8. Carroll Academy Rebels versus Centerville also starting at 8. So several teams held off until the rain passed.
It does appear that the rain has subsided here at Legion Field. 2nd and 7, Green Wave. And that's going to be Caleb Joyner taking the direct snap, working left side, picks up one to the 34 before he's chased out of bounds. We'll bring up 3rd and 6 for Green Wave.
Day-Day Willis making a nice pop there at the last second for the Colonel's defensive secondary, and I mentioned his name several times tonight. He is really playing strong here. He's working on that Lost Pizza Defensive Player of the Game nominee, as well several other Colonels are. Everybody really getting to the ball tonight. This is where, not only is it good to get to the ball, especially on the defense side of the ball, but the more you hustle, the warmer you stay. So that's kind of an incentive, I guess you would say. Maybe that's my thought process.
I like the way you think. 3rd and 6, Green Wave from their own 34. Devazier will hand off to Joyner. A fake reverse. Joyner keeps it right side. He'll have the first down, 45-50 in Colonel territory. Barrier giving chase, and finally Tyler Horner hustling downfield to bring down Joyner. Late flags come in as Joyner gets inside the 30 to the 29. We'll check the penalty markers.
I didn't see nothing there. Maybe a last-second incidental face mask. I don't know. Nice run there, nonetheless, though, by Joyner. Good hustle for the North Delta receiver, the speedster. He faked that reverse, and when he did that, a lot of Colonels bit. We had a lot of misdirection going on there and just could not keep our feet. Nice run, though. I did like to see Tyler Horner, though, coming from his backside defensive end position with a lot of hustle and enthusiasm there, getting downfield and making a touchdown-saving tackle for the Colonels' defense.
It'll be a personal foul face mask against the Colonels. And they will step this off down to the 14.
I love TK's.
39 a moment ago. I meant 29 is where Joyner got to. I beg your pardon, Brady. 15-yard penalty. They put it at the 14. That's where the Green Wave have it 1st and 10. Devazier works out of the gun, hands off to Joyner on the inside trap, and he'll be brought down by Jack Dodd near the line of scrimmage.
The Colonel's defense almost worked upfield just a little too far there, and someone were able to recover there and converge there and make a nice tackle on defense for the Colonels. But you said it right, Jack Dodd, the big jackhammer, the senior center linebacker back there for the Colonels, kind of roaming the backfield there, make a nice tackle there. I know he definitely doesn't want this to be his last game. The senior has come out here to play very hard tonight for the Colonel's defense.
They give him 1 to the 13, 2nd and 9, Green Wave. Devazier fakes the pass, now looks to run, and he's going to be wrapped up. Wesley Lester, the first to get there. They're going to say no gain on the play. 3rd and 9 coming up. 4:15 to play second quarter. Colonel's on top, 28-0.
Well, another good stand here by the defense. Need to put together one more play here. I believe, actually North Delta is going to be in 4-down territory here, so I look for them to go for it 2 more times at least.
Ashton Powell has checked in for the Colonels. A freshman will be in there at defensive end. 3rd and 9, Green Wave from the Colonel 13. Colonels want to keep the goose egg on the board. Devazier will work out of the gun with Joyner in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Now Joyner goes in motion right side to give him trips over there, and North Delta will call their final first half timeout. They want to talk things over. 3:36 to play in the second quarter. Colonel's on top 28-0. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Bills from Bills Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East. Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Welcome back. 3rd and 9, Green Wave from the Colonel 13. Devazier from the gun. Fakes the give. Tries to run it himself right side. Runs out of real estate. Woods Toller chases him out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. In fact, he may have lost half a yard, maybe a full yard. 4th and long coming up for the Green Wave. And I've been corrected. We do have double quick trivia tonight. That'll be coming up at halftime. So it's my mistake. So make sure you stay tuned for some double quick trivia.
Well, it's always gets exciting up here as I think I just saw my first hazing ritual at fraternity. Long time.
4th, good heavens. 4th and 10 from the 14. Flags are down. Colonel's indicating that this will be against the Green Wave. 3:28 to play second quarter. Colonel's on top 28-0. Will be a false start against North Delta. Back them up 5 yards. We'll put it at the 19. Well, we got to get to the 4 to pick up a first down.
Yeah, that's right. While we got a second, want to give a shout-out to Inverness Rotary Club. Correct me if I'm wrong. Work manning the concession stand tonight.
Yep.
It's a good, tough, thoughtless job. Civic organization. They're great and real strong in Inverness and Indianola as well. And I know they are selling a lot of hot chocolate tonight.
Yeah, nobody was more fired up about that than Kent Toller, I promise you. 4th and 15. Devazier fakes the toss. Got a double pass here, and it's intercepted at the 3-yard line. Randy Kimball comes up with the pick, and he'll be brought down at the 10. Colonels will take over 1st and 10 on the second interception of the season for Randy Kimball. Green Wave trying to go with a little trickeration, and Randy Kimball came up with the treat.
Well, while we've mentioned it again, hey, the playbook, everything's out. You might as well throw them all out there, hope to catch somebody off guard. And I like your little recognition there of trick-or-treat right around the corner here next Tuesday. Anyway, it looked like North Delta was trying to trick, like you said, and Indianola was going to take the treat.
Absolutely. 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 10. Davis will work out of the gun, fakes the give to Harris, keeps it for himself, straight ahead, got a hold. Greenville Motorsports first down across the 25 up to the 29. Scampers Davis, a 19-yard run, and the Colonels move the chain.
great footing there at that time by Davis. A lot of times you think whenever you're faking all those dives, you're going to get that center of gravity off center there. He keeps his footing very well, though, and just runs the veer to at perfection there and faked everything. Everything was going to the left, the momentum. Davis pulls it, keeps it for himself, shoots off the right side about the 4-6 hole right off Big Watson Brewer, the senior's rear end, and does a good job opening a hole there for the Colonels' offensive backs.
1st and 10 from their own 29. Ball is on the near hash. Harris will take the handoff around the left side, and going to be taken down. Ball comes loose. They'll say he was down at the 40. 11-yard gain for Harris, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, Harris there at that time got behind his pulling backside guard, Schieffer Phillips, and just got up in there and looking for all the running room he could. Great hard running there. Thought he fumbled the ball at the last second there. Good hustle by the Colonels to converge and ensure that they didn't call that a fumble.
Colonels looking for some insurance here late in the first half on top 28-0. Davis drops back to pass, has Bolden wide open down the field, overshot him. He had 4 steps on the defender, Tyler Holland. Davis couldn't hit him. A flag is down back at the 38.
You're not going to mention the hydroplane there by TK? Come on.
That was pretty nice.
That is the worst feeling when it's cold like this, hitting that field for the first time, hitting that turf down there. Goodness, it is cold the whole rest of the game. As you can see, TK is huddled up by himself. He has a self-huddleization going on there.
Got a personal foul against the Colonels. Coach Nestor would like an explanation.
It's playoffs, Coach. We get paid to throw these flags. We've got to throw them, or else we're gonna lose them.
2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Colonels on top, 28-0 over North Delta. First round AAA playoff matchup.
I do have to give TK credit. A very nice stop-and-go route ran over here right in front of us on the sidelines. You could see as soon as Davis dropped back into the pocket, you could tell that he was passing all the way. It was a nice passing down there. Offensive line gave him plenty of time to throw. Nice pocket set up there. TK was beating his defensive back by about 2 steps. Just could not connect there.
1st and 25 from the 25. Colonels still have all 3 timeouts to work with. 2 receivers go to the wide side of the field. Davis will work out of the gun with Lester and Toller in the backfield. Davis will fake the give, keeps it for himself, picks up a block from Horner at the 40, and Davis is free down the right side. He's got a chance to take it to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Colonels. Will Davis, 75 yards. Woo! Kind of like Harris running down the right side there.
I'm telling you, well, he had so much success running that veer play earlier in this series. Just did it again there for the Colonels. Got in behind his blocker, Horner. I like that. The only man that was going to be able to make the tackle, Horner wisely got his head up on a swivel, picked him up there. Davis taking the rest of the way to the house. Good job blocking up there up front by the Colonels' offensive line. Sold the veer dive to the left. Everybody's going to the left. He runs it to the right.
Barrier on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 35-0 Colonels on top of North Delta with 2:16 to play in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
In a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life, then let State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Andy Daniels handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that can add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola today and get to a better state with State Farm. Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. We are Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola, Mississippi. Call 887-2160.
Welcome back. 3 plays, 90 yards on the drive for the Colonels. Will Davis, a 75-yard run for the Colonels to add to the lead, 35-0 with 2:16 to play in the second quarter. Colonels well on their way to another week of football here at Legion Field. Barrier with the kickoff. Will be taken at the 12-yard line. That is Harris Cole. As return room right side, breaks free at the 35. He's got a chance to return it. Harris Cole, the only man that can catch him is Houston Dana, and he will not. Harris Cole will take it 88 yards for the touchdown, and Green Wave on the board with 2:02 to play in the first half.
Tough break there by the Colonels. Special teams had a pretty successful season so far this year. I can't call that they've gotten one run back on them as the year's gone, but, hey, all things must fall. Hopefully the Colonels' spirits won't fall here in the end of the second quarter as it's coming to a close here, and we can go on and finish out this second quarter with maybe another touchdown and get back that 35-point lead so we can run that clock in the second half, get some subs in, maybe get some guys dry over here on the sidelines and rest some of these legs.
Green Wave will go for 2. Caleb Joyner takes the direct snap. Got a little Tim Tebow jump pass in there. It's good, but a flag is down. This one may be coming back.
Wow.
An illegal shift. Look out, Green Wave. Well, I thought he was going to catch one of the North Delta players with that illegal shift signal there.
Karate chop!
Wow.
I'm telling you,
He's trying to gain some YouTube followers is what he's doing.
I think so. Got a second here. Brookhaven 21, Central Hines 18. Getting exciting down there in Brookhaven. A Prep up 28-0 now on Park Lane. Central Hines is 21, Natchez Cathedral 14. So, I'm sorry, I said Brookhaven 21, Central Holmes 18. Pretty exciting game there in Brookhaven tonight, and that is 2A there. But still, Brookhaven, Watson, you and I always talk about this. They had to cancel the end of their football season last year. They didn't even finish the thing out, and they're pretty much undefeated this year.
After the penalty, Green Wave still going for 2. Great coverage in the end zone from Randy Kimball. Bats it away, and the score remains 35-6 with 2:02 to play in the second quarter. We will take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Van Cleve Insurance has always been a proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. We would like to wish all local teams the best of luck and hope for lots of wins, great sportsmanship, and an injury-free season for all athletes. Here's to another AAA state championship run. That's Van Cleve Insurance, your trusted choice independent agent located on Highway 49 and serving Indianola and Sunflower County since 1932. Go Colonels!
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels!
Welcome back, 35-6. Colonels in control here with 2:02 to play in the second quarter. Leak Academy has added a field goal. They lead Bio Academy 15-0 at the half. Kickoff is taken by Thomas Putnam at the 16. Gets by a couple of defenders. Now comes to the right side, 35-40, and stretches out. They'll mark him at the 42. Good field position to start the drive for IA. They've got plenty of time, 1:53 and 3 timeouts to work with if they want to try, like you said before the break, get back on top by 35, that benchmark that will run the clock at the second half.
Yep, that's exactly right here. And we've got a lot of people to get in, starting to get a lot of subs in. You like to see a lot of these players get in here, make some things happen when getting called upon for the Colonels. Hey, anytime you get a chance to play in a playoff game, that's pretty exciting.
Coach Wright, Coach Putnam not happy about something down on the sideline. We'll chit-chat with the official. 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 42. Harris takes the pitch, right side. Looks to get by the block delivered by Bolden and works up to midfield before he's taken off his feet. 8-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 2.
I love this, man. You can tell the chitter-chatter on the outside of the field out there. And I forgot about this. North Delta is the team that we were playing early in the season, and we went to substitute a lot of players there. And they kept their first team out there. And if you remember about that time, our first team offense came back out there. You can see they're getting fired up and amped up. There's a lot of chatter going on out there.
2nd and 2 from midfield. Harris takes the handoff straight ahead. Gets by man at the 42. Drags a couple of Green Wave defenders inside the 35. Another late flag comes in, and Schieffer Phillips is some kind of fired up down on the field.
Yeah, I can tell Lester and several other players have had a lot of extracurricular activity there, and that's what's really getting everybody kind of amped up. They've been at it back and forth here the past couple of plays, and you said it there, Sebastian Harris drugged several players. They had his jersey out. That thing grew about 6 or 8 feet there. Nonetheless, he was able to just keep those legs turning there. Great run by Harris there on that run.
Be a dead ball, personal foul against the Green Wave. Tackle on 15 more. 1:10 to play second quarter. Colonels on top 35-6, looking for more. They'll put it at the 17.
Adams up 21-0 on Clarksdale Lee at halftime.
First and 10, Colonels from the Green Wave 17. Ball is on the near hash. I formation behind Davis. Bolden goes in motion far side. Handoff will come to Harris. Straight ahead to the 15-10, puts his head down. He's in there. 5th rushing touchdown of the night for Sebastian Harris. Takes it in from 17 yards out, and the Colonels on top 41-6 with 50 seconds to play in the first half.
You know, I misquoted last week. I said Robert Van Poindexter's rushing yard total for one game, his record was going to go down. I missaid that. That was actually Jason Jennings that had the most rushing yards prior to Sebastian Harris last week. Robert Van had the most points scored in one game, and I think that was 35, 36, 37, somewhere in that area. And right now, Sebastian has 30 points alone, as he's doing a good job for the Colonel's offense.
Barrier is on for the extra point, and the kick is up and good, 42-6. And Coach Putnam fired up down on the sidelines. 3 plays, 58 yards on the drive. Harris with a 17-yard touchdown run, his 5th of the first half.
Yeah, 5 times 6 is 30. That's right. Yes, sir. I thought I was adding that up right there. He didn't get the 2-point conversion, didn't know when we went for it over there.
No, that was a pass to Smith.
That's right. That's exactly right. So still, nonetheless, Indianola Academy, I'd love to get a couple more scores in there for him and maybe tinker with that old record that an Indianola Academy alumni has.
As Brady mentioned a moment ago, Adams County Christian on top of Lee Academy 21-0. That one at the half. Adams County, the number 3 seed, they're down in the bottom half of the bracket. Heritage Academy, the 6th seed, they're hosting Central Private tonight. How would you like to drive from Baton Rouge, Louisiana to Columbus, Mississippi for a first-round playoff game?
That is a long way away. You're exactly right.
Leak Academy 15, Bio nothing. That one at the half. Winner of that one will get the winner here next week in round 2. Score remains like it is. The Colonels will be hosting what appears to be Leak Academy next week. Still a long way to go, though.
And Bio, you know, you got to credit them. They got a little fight in them. They're just missing several players off this year's team, so I think it's going to be a little too late.
Barrier with the low line drive kick. Officials blow it dead. There is a flag down. The Colonels are offside. Back them up 5 yards. We'll kick again.
Can imagine a penalty getting thrown.
North Delta will have it. They are out of timeouts here in the first half. Chance a little bit better field position. Penalty backs the Colonels up 5 yards. Now Barrier will kick from the 35.
Central Hines 21, Cathedral 14 at halftime. They're in the other half of the district.
And Central Hines is 7, Cathedral to 10.
Yeah.
Barrier approaches the tee. Another low line drive kick going to be taken at the 15 by Jordan Cox. Returns it up the right side to the 35-40. 45-50, has running room down the left side. Barrier giving chase at the Colonel 40, and he will upend him there. Cox going to fall forward down to the 38. Great field position. That was actually Braden Locke on the return. I beg your pardon. Gets to the Colonel 38. That's where the Green Wave will have it first and 10.
Double-A action here. St. Joe up on Winona. We played both of those teams there, but St. Joe up big time, 38-0 at halftime. And also Manchester Mavericks up on Clinton Christian, 40-0 at halftime. Still two AA schools, but familiar foes that we're used to hanging around over the years playing.
35 seconds to play in the first half here. Colonel's on top of North Delta, 42-6. Green Wave, 1st and 10 from the Colonel 38. Ball is on the near hash. Devazier will work out of the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rolls to his right, looking to pass, lost it downfield, and it is intercepted. Yes, Randy Kimball with his second pick of the night. The junior, Kimball, having a great game defensively for the Colonels. His second interception of the night, his 3rd of the season.
So do you just give him the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game?
Yeah, I think we can wrap that one up.
No joke. I mean, that is another nominee there. He has had 3 in this quarter alone. I didn't mention one there. We went on break, but at the same time, doing a great job there for the Colonel's defensive secondary. And I've been bragging on Day-Day, and now suddenly I'm going to have to keep bragging on Randy doing a good job.
1st and 10 from the Colonel 30. Handoff goes to who else? Sebastian Harris makes the cut at the 32, bounces off a couple of defenders, and will be taken down at the 39. 9-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 1.
I believe I see Davis trotting over here on the sidelines and Coach Nestor pulling off the headgear. I believe that's going to be the last play of the quarter.
It will be. We will go to the half with the Colonels all over North Delta, 42-6 here from Legion. The North Delta Green Wave, 42-6. And again, your halftime show brought to you by the Larry Vance Quick Mart, located Highway 82, Indianola, next to South Sunflower County Hospital. Go by and let Larry hook you up for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Bacon, eggs, sausage, grits, anything you want. Order it up. Larry Vance Quick Mart early in the morning. He'll get your day started off right. Go back and see him at lunch, or let him cut you a steak for dinner, and cold drinks, snacks available as well. Larry Vance Quick Mart, Highway 82, Indianola. Let's look at some first half numbers. For IA offensively, 366 yards of total offense, 334 on the ground, 32 through the air. Will Davis, 2 for 4, 32 yards. T.K. Bolden, 1 reception for 30 yards. Stephon Smith, 1 grab for 2 yards. That was on a 2-point conversion back early in the second quarter. On the ground, Sebastian Harris, 15 carries, 230 yards, and 5 touchdowns in the first half. Will Davis, 3 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Wesley Lester, 2 carries for 9 yards. And that, those 3 have been it in the rushing department. On the defensive side, 8 total tackles in the first half for Stephon Smith, 6 total tackles for William Barrier, 3 total tackles for Josh Hill to go along with an interception, 3 total tackles for Randy Kimball, 2 interceptions and 2 pass deflections. What a first half for the junior Kimball. 3 total tackles for Day-Day Willis to go along with a pass breakup as well. The 3 total tackles for Jack Dodd, 2 for Wesley Lester, 2 for Sheeper Phillips, and 2 for John Abbott Smith. Great first half for IA. We wanted to know how much the field condition would play into tonight's game of a steady rain ever since about 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon that has finally quit. You've got the wet field, the cold north wind hasn't affected the Colonels one bit.
It was 1:50 to be exact what time the weather hit. I know that, yeah, because I was trying to get out of lunch. So I took a late lunch and just maybe kind of stay there for a little bit. But you're exactly right, Watson. The Indianola Academy Colonel offense and defense has really stepped up and come alive tonight here. Didn't worry about the weather per se. All these young men getting out there and just really hinging on one another. And like Coach Nestor said in the radio interview Thursday morning, this team, they really rely on one another. They like each other. They're friends. They get along together. They kind of move and gel and mesh as a one, as a unit, and that's been the difference with all the years, between the seasons. As teams have bad seasons and go up and down, the teams that pray together, play together, stay together, kind of stay. And I know that's an old, worn-out saying, cliche, but at the same time, it is totally correct.
Absolutely. Colonel's got things started tonight with a Josh Hill interception on the 5th play of the game. He returned it to the green wave. 1 play later, Sebastian Harris was in the end zone again, his first of 5 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Got touchdown runs of 8, 2, 55, 70, and 17 yards. And early, looked like the green wave maybe had an answer for him. They were keeping him to 2-3 yard gains. It didn't take very long, though, for Harris to start breaking free.
No, it did not, and his Superman really answered the call. They're doing a great job just getting him behind the blocking of his linemen. And what he does so well is he's very patient. He just lets the play develop out there. He doesn't try to rush anything there. You know, on his second run, I say that, he let that first play develop, and somebody tackled him from behind, and then that second play he said, hey, I'm just going to turn on the wheels here, the Jets, and do this thing myself. And he showed early and often that he was going to be a force to be reckoned with. Did not drop his head in disgust, did not give up in grief. He was stopped several plays there for 1, 2. And we say stop. You know, stop to a lot of people means loss of 3, loss of 2, no gain. He was getting 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. He just wasn't getting the big chunks like we're accustomed to. And then just suddenly, boom, he opened that thing wide open there. Did a great job.
42-6, your halftime score. Colonel's on top of North Delta here at the half. We will step aside and take a break. When we come back, we will have the double quick trivia question for you. I mentioned a couple of times in the first half we would not have that. I stand corrected. We will have trivia for you. So stay with us after the break. We'll have double quick trivia for you. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Olivia, I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh no, Cooper, what are we gonna do? Call my pal at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come keep that score. We do your hardwood floor and get a free coat.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland Seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Local decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel booster.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back to the Larry Vance Quick Mart Halftime Show here from Legion Field. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you, and the IA Colonels all over North Delta, 42-6 at the break. Time for the double quick trivia question. If you know the answer, call 662-207-8335. Again, that number is 662-207-8335. Something we've talked about over the last couple of weeks. A win tonight for Indianola Academy would be what number win for Tommy Nestor as head coach of the IA Colonels? A win tonight for IA would be what number win for IA head coach Tommy Nestor in his time with Indianola Academy? If you know the answer, call 207-8335. We will take a break and try to get a winner, and we'll be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. We have a winner on our double quick trivia question, and we asked, what number win would this be tonight for IA head coach Tommy Nestor? We were looking for 100, and congratulations to Faye Robertson, our winner tonight. Like we said, something we've talked about here the last couple of weeks. Coach Nestor obviously doesn't want to talk about it. He's going to downplay anything to do with himself, but I think that's a great achievement in his 12th year. To get win number 100 means he's averaging about 8.5 wins per year. And those kind of came not few and far between, but Colonels were getting 5-6 wins a year his first couple of years. And then Coach Nestor really got things turned around, and he has this program riding high right now.
I got 5 voice spells. I mean, everybody's out there listening in Colonel Nation tonight. And there's a lot of people in the bleachers here, and but still, everybody out there listening in tonight, we're glad everybody is listening and paying attention as well, because that was a good one and an easy one there. But congratulations to Faye. Appreciate you calling in and getting that correct. I'm sure once I get a chance to list all these voicemails, I'm going to have about 10 or 12 correct ones as well. I got a couple of text messages even, so appreciate everybody out there in Colonel Nation listening in tonight.
Hopefully he gets to finish the year with 103. That would be another state championship for IA. We'll have to wait and see. Plenty of football left to be played between now and November the 18th. The AAA State Championship this year going to be played on a Saturday at Jackson Academy, 2:30 kickoff. I'll gladly let Ole Miss handle A&M on their own if the Cardinals are in the state championship that day.
And who did I say state had? Arkansas? Yeah, that's exactly right. On the road in Fayetteville, I'll gladly let them go up there and be miserable as well in Arkansas. I got the best answer of the year, and I'm going to have to quote it here because I like the man. And I hadn't seen him in years, but he graduated with my brother, I'm pretty sure. But somebody texted said, regardless of the question, the answer is Javier Reyes. So I'm telling you, I love it. I am glad everybody out there is having a good time in Colonel Nation tonight, as we are having a good time giving you all the broadcast here. And always great. The Colonels fans always keep us on our toes, and that's what we like to see. Hey, when people are having fun, everybody's having fun in a good mood, it makes it so much funner here in Watson. We try to produce a good show week in and week out. I know it was a little frustrating last week, partner, that you had a tough time there, and but we did, and we as a team did, but nonetheless, we made it through it, and here we are, first round of the playoffs. I think that was our only setback this year that we've had so far. We've had a pretty good, successful season. We didn't have to go to leak down there in the hole like we did the year before, where it was pretty rough there. And I like to see Coach Bridges coming into the booth here out of the headset. Whenever you see him, you know pretty much that running clock's going to be going coming that second half here, and the Colonels are definitely excited and ready to see that clock running. Hope you still stay tuned, though, and watch a good broadcast here in the second half, as we're going to try to keep you updated on all of the playoff action, the rest of the bracket, how it's shaking out.
I thought I was going to be able to give you some good news looking at the long-range forecast, hoping for maybe some 60-degree weather and partly cloudy skies next Friday night. Not so much. High next Friday, right now forecasted to be 78 with 60% chance of thunderstorms. Hopefully that will change between now and then, because I know a lot of fans who were eager to get back to Legion Field who probably stayed at home tonight because of the cold weather, the rain. Hopefully we'll get some better weather next week, as it certainly appears as of now the Colonels will be back here next week for round 2. Got to finish out the second half here. 42-6 is the halftime lead for IA over North Delta. We will step aside and take our final break of the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show, and we'll be back with the third quarter after this. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
There's something special about having that trusted friend by you each day. No matter what life brings, he's always there, ready to lend an ear, a smile, and even a helping paw. At Planners Bank, that's what we're here for. We believe in you, and we're cheering you on each and every step. And in the places we can help, we'll be giving you that extra push you need. Planners Bank, growing together. Member FDIC.
The best kept secret in the Delta is Impact Wholesale Warehouse on Highway 82, Indianola, right next to Love's Travel Center. Having a party? Get all of your party supplies at Impact. Save money on your janitorial supplies by shopping our huge warehouse. And listen to this, ribs, chicken, catfish, and seafood are our specialties. Also canned goods, candy, and lots more. We serve many area schools and restaurants and would love to serve you. That's Impact Wholesale Warehouse next to Love's Travel Center. Call 887-7288.
Magic Mart Pharmacy is a proud supporter of IA Colonel football. We know it takes hard work and commitment to win football games. Come by and let us work hard to earn your business. Serving Indianola and the Delta area as your hometown pharmacy for 25 years. That's Magic Mart Pharmacy, located on Highway 82 East behind McDonald's, with a drive-through window for your convenience. Magic Mart Pharmacy, where your health is our business. Go Colonels!
Expect more from your John Deere equipment and your financing. Find out how at Wade Incorporated. Right now, during the Gear Up for Fall sales event, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus save up to $4,000 in bonuses on a new John Deere 3025 compact utility tractor. With these loaded four-wheel drive tractors, you can take on your land and your to-do list with ease. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909. Learn more at wadeinc.com. Offer ends October 27, 2017. Subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Prices and model availability vary by dealer, so see dealer for details.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field as we get ready to start the third quarter. The IA Colonels on top of North Delta 42-6. And had a request during that last break to repeat the date of the state championship game. It will be November 18th on a Saturday. Saturday, November 18th, Jackson Academy will be the site, 2:30 kickoff. And certainly hope the IA Colonels will find themselves back in the capital city.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting not playing under the lights per se. Going to have old Mother Nature, the sunshine, hopefully out. Well, regardless, you won't be fully lit up like it is at nighttime. So it's going to be a little different playing environment there, first off. But second off, you say that, the guys practice week after week in these the same time and environment and everything. So I think we'll be okay. It's just not going to be the same as playing under the lights, as they always say, per se. And just going to be a different environment. But I'm like you, Watson. I'd love to be there, and I hope everybody can make that trip, as we always make a good trip down 49 to Jackson, Mississippi the past 2 years. It has been a big sea of blue down there, and hope to be this third year as well.
Colonels will have the ball to start the third quarter. Green Wave will be kicking right to left. Colonels will send back Sebastian Harris and Thomas Putnam deep to return the kick. We'll try to keep track as best we can of the Leaf FAO game throughout the second half. Colonels hold on and win. They will get the winner of that one here next week at Legion Field.
I'm excited for that. I'm always liking to play it at home here at Legion Field. Anytime you can stay here close to home. We had a 3-week road swing there, and it was tough getting up and going to all those games and tailgating and camping out. Glad we made it back home.
Third quarter is underway. Going to be taken to the 28-yard line by Wesley Lester. The big fella rumbles up across the 40, up to the 42 before he's taken off his feet. First and 10 Colonels from their own 42 to start the third quarter. IA on top of North Delta 42-6.
Had a few halftime scores to report to everybody. 28-0 Starkville Academy over Park Place Christian. 21-14 Central Hines versus Cathedral. 21-0 Adams over Clarksdale Lee. And then I had 7-0 as the last score I had. from Columbus Heritage hosting Central Private Louisiana. And I hadn't seen any on our north half of the bracket. That's kind of odd.
First and 10, Davis under center. Woods Toller in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, bounce it to the right side, looking to stretch it, and will go down at the 45. 3-yard gain for Toller will bring up 2nd and 7.
I like to see this hustle and enthusiasm of these young men still out here playing and getting after it. You see out there Schieffer Phillips, the offensive lineman, the senior for the Colonels, really getting hustling to the ball there, making some plays.
Running clock here in the second half. Davis under center on 2nd and 7 from the 45. He'll turn, hand off to Toller, straight ahead. Has running room, taken down hard from behind, though, by Braxton Bailey at midfield. 5-yard gain for Toller, and he is slow to get up.
That was a nice little sandwich there. Braxton Bailey's a big guy. We've mentioned his name several times. This is a shocker here. Jackson Prep 42, Park Lane 0 at halftime. Wow.
Toller will check out. 3rd and 2 for the Colonels from midfield. Sebastian Harris back in the game. He split with Lester. 3-step drop for Davis, looking to throw. Fires right side, caught by Bolden. He will go out of bounds at the 43. 7-yard pitch and catch for a Greenville Motorsports first down.
And that's the play that you like to see us, catch there. Move those chains, get that first down. Nice outrun there by T.K. Bolden. North Delta's defensive secondary respecting the deep ball. They're not going to let T.K. get behind them. They're going to give up the short pass. Davis and T.K. gladly accepted that, so we'd be glad to move these chains. Did a good job there for the Colonels' offense.
9:30 to play, third quarter. Colonels on top 42-6. 1st and 10 from the Green Wave 43. Lester takes the handoff straight ahead. And going to be wrestled down by Braxton Bailey. No, stays on his feet. How did he get away? And works to the 32-yard line. 11-yard gain for Lester. Wow, I thought even the official had blown it dead, and somehow Lester broke free. Goes for 11, 1st and 10.
Well, that kind of is scary there. That's when they stack you up and those officials don't blow that dead. You're often scared that somebody's going to come in there and make a hit, kind of hurt you, jar you in a different way. But at the same time, you're glad that the officials did not blow that play dead there, as Wesley Lester was able to keep those feet chopping and churning and leaning forward. They just never had a good grab of him, and he was able to fight through there and keep getting yardage.
1st and 10 from the 32. Davis looking to pass. Right side caught by Bolden and out of bounds at the 26. Quick hitter, 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Centerville 46, Carroll Academy Rebels 6. Carroll had a good, pretty successful season this year. They had to go down to Centerville, though, and looks like they're going to be coming home back up this way with not so much success.
Walker's the pony will be in the game for the Colonels, along with James Hill, Spencer Robertson, John Landon Chisholm, James Roberts, Daniel Sepulvedo, Thomas Putnam. Colonels going wholesale changes here. Ashton Powell, Zach Kitchens in there as well. Grant Coleman, not sure if I mentioned him. He's in there at tight end. Handoff will go from Putnam to James Hill. And he works down to the 20-yard line. 6-yard gain for Hill. Good enough for a Greenville Motorsports first down.
Going one grade above us, Lamar getting done with Hartfield Academy. The Hawks, 42-7 is the final there down in Meridian, Mississippi. Correct me if I'm wrong there. The oddest score of the night I've seen, Tallulah 2, Rebel 0. I'm not sure if that's right.
That's that.
Yeah, that's Mr. Mason's old place there, old stomping grounds at Rebel.
1st and 10 from the 20. Zapponi takes the handoff and picks up 2 to the 18 before he's taken off his feet. Be 2nd and 8 for the Colonels from the Green Wave 18. Clock continues to run. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. IA on top, 42-6.
St. Joe 44, Winona 0, as they are really starting to put the gas on the floor there. And they lost last week to Manchester. That was a crazy game I heard down there in Yazoo City, and this week they're just showing back their regular ways of playing football.
Leak Academy 24, 5-0, 6:16 to play in the third quarter. Here in Indianola, Walker's opponent is lit up at the 20. And the freshman, glad to see, able to get up. That was Dalton Cook. No relation that I know of, but hey, if he's going to hit like that, I'll take credit.
For sure.
2-yard loss for Zapponi, 2nd and 10. I beg your pardon, 3rd and 10 coming up.
Still looking for some updated scores here, Watson, as we got several games to play.
James Hill takes the handoff on 3rd and 10. Puts his head down, fights to the 15, 5-yard gain. Will leave the Colonels with 4th and 5, and we're going to see the field goal unit come on.
What's the attempt tonight? This is got it in the center of the field. That is the one good thing about James Hill in his last run there, getting that ball out in the center. You like to see the senior barrier kick this ball here. Has got asked the question this week, who was my player that I picked that we didn't call on a lot, and I said Barrier was the guy there, and he really does a lot for the Colonels in defense and special teams.
It'll be a 32-yard attempt. He's been good from 37 and 27 on the year. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is true. 32-yard field goal for William Barrier, 45-6, with 5:10 to go and clock running in the 3rd quarter. We will step aside and take a break. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Savings are spooktacular at Shoppers Value Foods, Indianola. This week, shop for ground chuck the family pack, only $2.92 a pound. Bone-in sirloin chops, $1.12 a pound. Small-size Kellogg's cereals, $1.91. 6-pack of Kool-Aid Cool Burst, just 91 cents. And 24-pack of Niagara Water, $1.81. It's always what it costs to get it to the shelf, plus 10% at checkout. Come see how much you can save this week at Shoppers Value Foods, Highway 82, Indianola. We make it simple.
David Smith Construction of Inverness is a proud Indianola Academy sponsor. At David Smith Construction, our reputation is building every day. And Coach Tommy Nestor and the Colonels have built a winning tradition that we are proud of. Whether it be commercial or residential, let us take care of your building needs. We've been building for satisfied customers since 1982, and we would love to add you to that list. David Smith Construction is located on Highway 49 in Inverness. Call David Smith today at 265-6060.
Welcome back. Barriers kick taken at the 15-yard line and looking for return room up the right side is Harris Cole. Gets up across the 30, 35, up near the 40. And some late pushing and shoving going on. They'll mark Cole down at the 39. That's where the Green Wave will start 1st and 10. Colonels on top 45-6, adding to the lead with the William Barrier 32-yard field goal.
I tell you, who's really worked the hardest tonight is these football boys here, these managers going out on the field, keeping dry balls out there for the Colonels' offense, as well as keeping that water in their face, fresh towels. These young men have had to work hard tonight. I wish I had the names of all of them, but they are doing a good job here for the Colonels' offense and defense and special teams.
1st and 10, Green Wave from their own 39. Devazier takes the snap out of the gun. He'll toss it on the end around. Coming near side is Christopher Williamson, and he gets into Colonel territory for a first down, still on his feet inside the 35-30. There is a flag down back at the 47. Corporal Whitehat means business. He wants you to stop the clock and stop it right now.
Well, we had a date right here with the offensive receiver, and Thomas Putnam was playing defensive back here, and he basically got drug into the corner over there and tackled on the ground. It was pretty close quarters there, and Putnam jumped up and sold his case as well because he was tackled there. He was pulled down pretty good and with authority.
But we'll be holding against the Green Wave. Take away the long run by Williamson. 2:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Colonels on top 45-6. Penalty will take the Green Wave back to their own 43. It'll be 1st and 6. Original line of scrimmage was the 39. They mark off the holding foul, put it back at the 43. To pick up 4 from the original line of scrimmage. 1st and 6. Devazier will work out of the gun. 2 receivers to the right. Hand off to Joyner. Straight ahead. Spins out of a tackle at the 45. He's in Colonel territory. Has the first down. As John Luther Selby, Thomas Putnam, Peyton Barnes, and John Landon Chisholm all combining on the tackle.
I do have a few updates here. Riverfield 36, Silliman 0.
Ooh, I know there were some people thinking Silliman could go to Riverfield and pull the upset. Not so much, huh?
Yeah, Columbia beating Wayne 60-14.
Wow. 1st and 10, Greenway from the Colonel 47. It'll be DeBazier on the keeper and loses the football. Ashton Powell will go back and bring him down at the Greenway 45. Loss of 8 on the play.
Well, the North Delta just trying to get a little trickeration and get a little cute there, and it shot them in the foot there. Weren't able to convert there. You would like to see some of those players. You got a lot of them over there wearing white jerseys still trying to. You'd like to see some of those younger guys for North Delta check in here. They didn't make the long trek to Indianola, Mississippi to stand on those sidelines all night.
2nd and 18, Greenway from their own 45. Cole goes in motion right side. He'll take the pitch from DeBazier. Tries to stretch it around to midfield, back in Colonel territory. A flag is down, or is that the beanbag? I think the ball came loose, and John Landon Chisholm has the recovery. Boy, the official almost took an eye away from one of the Colonels with that beanbag throw.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Colonels will have it 1st and 10 at midfield.
Well, he was just trying to mark his point out there, Watson. You know, it's kind of a little muddy field, and you got a little turf coming up out of the ground. Wanted to make extra sure that we put it in there at the right place.
That will bring the 3rd quarter to a close. It's all Colonels here tonight at Legion Field. We'll go to the 4th with IA on top 45-6. Take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
There's something special about having that trusted friend by you each day. No matter what life brings, he's always there, ready to lend an ear, a smile, and even a helping paw. At Planters Bank, that's what we're here for. We believe in you, and we're cheering you on each and every step. And in the places we can help, we'll be giving you that extra push you need. Planters Bank, growing together. Member FDIC.
Some call it low smoke ahead-us. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that low smoke ahead-us has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Low smoke ahead-us also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Low Smoke Ahead-us Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
Welcome back to Legion Field. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you as we start the 4th quarter. Colonels have 1st and 10 from midfield on top of North Delta 45-6. Putnam going to run the option right side. He'll call his own number. Where's the face mask flag there? Putnam's head was spun around. Now a late flag comes in as he works to the 46, a 4-yard gain. We should tack on 15 more.
Yeah, tough running there by the Colonels. Putnam there, and I didn't get to see the whole play. I was trying to update my Facebook and Twitter still here. You caught me off guard, partner.
Hey, first things first, right?
We do actually have a honorable guest here tonight in the booth. Glad to hear that he is feeling a lot better. Mr. Clint Jones, the 12 gauge up here. He got injured last week against Clarksdale Lee as a precautionary measure. They got him sitting on the sidelines out tonight. Had some concussion-like material going on there. He said he's perfectly fine, and it was self-injury is what he's calling it, actually. Nobody hit him hard enough. You can't stop the 12 gauge, and he's going to be ready to go. I think we're going to try to get him on the airwaves here in a minute there, try to get hear what the Colonels should be expecting in the 2nd round and what he's thinking.
They call it only a 5-yard face mask, but it will be a Colonel first down at the Greenway 41. My question is, why in the world did he wait till the 4th quarter to get out of the weather? Handoff goes to James Hill on 1st and 10, picks his way straight ahead, tries to bounce it right side, and going to be dropped at the 35. A 6-yard gain for Hill will bring up 2nd and 4.
That could have some of the concussion symptoms going on there. Not sure. I definitely, in all seriousness, joking aside, I definitely hope you are okay, Clinton. Hate to see when any young man goes down with any kind of injury like that. It's always scary there, nonetheless, and glad you're hoping to get back in and play next week, and hopefully we can get you squeezed in here in a second and get you talked to.
To give him only 5 to the 36, 2nd and 5 for the Colonels. Clock continues to run, 9:40 to play in the 4th quarter. Putnam calls his own number, tries to keep it straight ahead, and they're going to stop his forward progress. They'll mark it at the 33, a 3-yard gain for Putnam. Well, hey, what do you know? That is a 12 gauge. Live and in living color.
You got that right, Coach Cook.
Third and short coming up for the Colonels from the Green Wave 33. Well, Clint, I'll ask you something I asked Coach Nestor. What's been his message to you guys throughout the week? You're playing a team for the second time this season. Always tough to beat somebody twice. The Colonels have had no trouble tonight, but what was his message throughout the week?
Win.
Just win. Just win, baby. I like it. The Pony takes the handoff on third and short. I don't believe he's going to have the first down. They'll put it at the line of scrimmage to 33. No gain on the play. It'll bring up fourth and about 1.5 yards for the Colonels, and I believe we're going to see Josh Hill come on for a punt. Well, Clint, looks like the Colonels are going to advance round 2 of the playoffs. We'll be back here at Legion Field. What's a 3-game road stretch like nowadays? You don't see that much in high school football, but you guys just completed that. I'm sure it's nice to be back home.
Yeah, it is. It's very tiring.
It's tiring.
Going everywhere. I don't like all that riding. It's not fun.
Sure, there can be some long bus rides as Hill on the punt it away stands at the Green Wave 48, a high snap. He'll go back to midfield to pull it down. It's off a spiral kick. It will hit at the 8, take a Colonel roll down to the 2, down to the 1, and that's where James Hill will down it. What a punt out of Josh Hill, 32 yards. Didn't need any more. Green Wave will be backed up at their own 1 to start this drive as the clock continues to run. 8 minutes to play here at Legion Field. Did you give the punter some tips there? Did you teach him that?
I did, actually. The reason why he punted it so good was because I've been holding his gloves, keeping them warm,
Well, you've done a commendable job.
I'm a pretty good glove boy. I say so myself.
The 12 gauge can do anything on the football field.
You got that right.
First and 10, Green Wave from their own 1. Vazier will stay in at quarterback. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, and to call his own number straight ahead, and he will spin forward to the 5, 4-yard gain for DeVazier.
I got a question. How do you pronounce that last name?
DeVazier.
DeVazier.
Yes.
DeVazier.
Trust me, he seems like he's been at North Delta for 10 years. I've had plenty of practice with that one.
Is he Italian?
That I can't answer. 2nd and 6 for the Green Wave from the 5. DeVazier will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left. Takes a snap, rolls to his left, and now going to pitch it on the option to Joyner. And he'll be taken down after a short gain. Brewer Wright coming up to make the tackle. It's like seeing somebody else wear number 12 down on the field.
Yeah, it is tough. Hey, look, I had to take back over. He was about to take my job here. I was about to have to start sending my checks to him. So I'll let him answer that, though, real quick.
I might have a slight concussion, but there's no real 12 gauge except me. I'll let him take the credit for tonight.
I like the attitude. 1st and 10, Green Wave pass goes through the hands of intended receiver Tyler Holland. They were trying to hit him with a quick pass left side. Will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Green Wave. Clock continues to run. 6 minutes to play here from Legion Field. 45-6 in all Colonels. From the first series of the night, Josh Hill got things started with an interception. And from then on, the Colonels have put on a show with the ground game. 5 rushing touchdowns from Sebastian Harris, 1 from Will Davis, and a 32-yard field goal from William Barrier. That's been the scoring on the night as Tyler Holland runs up to the 25, a 13-yard gain. That'll move the chains for North Delta.
It's not easy with coming up with something on the fly.
1st and 10 from their own 25. Ball was on the near hash. Try to get a Leaf Bio score update while we've got a second.
I would like to give a special shout-out to Mr. Will Riddick. No, sorry, you were wrong.
No gain on the play as they go with the quick pass to Jimmy Manuez. Stopped at the 25. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I saw it.
There was no...
I was going to say, is it radio appropriate?
The question was not important.
2nd and 10, Green Wave is under 5 minutes to play now here in Indianola. The rain has stopped, but still pretty chilly out. Vazier will toss it to Holland. Looks for running room around the left side. Has the first down across the 35 up to the 40 before he's taken off his feet. Daniel Sepulveda getting in on the stop. 1st and 10, Green Wave.
Well, that was a good job by Sepulveda getting in there and making his tackle on Clint to fill some of this dead space here. Man, you're going to have to tighten up, man.
Trying to get some of these other subs in the game for you. John Clayton Chisholm.
Here comes 12 gauge.
And Mini 12 gauge is back in there. Brewer right.
I like that.
You'll go with Mini 12 gauge?
Yeah.
1st and 10, Devazier looking to pass. The Pony giving chase, and he's going to be brought down from behind. John Landon Chisholm coming up with not necessarily a sack. He does pick up a yard on the play to the 41. Give him 2 to the 42. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Green Wave.
I would like to say that was a great tackle by number 66, John Landon Chisholm.
Pretty good analysis right there.
It was, wasn't it?
2nd and 8 from the 42. Joyner tries to stretch it right side. Going to be chased down by Walker's the Pony and like Ashton Powell in there as well. Maybe that was 59 Tannehill. I beg your pardon. The Pony and Tannehill combining on the stop. No gain on the play. 3rd and 8 coming up. Starkville Academy all over Park Place Christian 41-0. That one late in the 4th quarter. Third and 8 from the 42 for the Green Wave. Under 3 minutes to play now. Devazier will hand off to Joyner straight ahead. He's got the first down and more in Colonel territory, taken down by John Luther Selby at the Colonel 40. 18-yard gain for Joyner.
Watson, we do have another 14 out there on the field. I know that is not Josh Hill. I can't tell. I don't see a number there on him, but good.
Like Brandon Brown.
Okay. Wasn't sure who that was out there as well. Got a lot of fresh faces out there. These Colonels have come to play in the playoffs here. You know, they're going to be able to look back 10 years from now and say, hey, I got some playing time out there against North Delta in the first round of the playoffs.
Nolan Nichols in there also, and Nichols going to draw a holding call there as he was getting a rush off the left edge. Ford Owen going to check into the game now. All right, we'll be holding against the Green Wave. Under 2 minutes to play. 45-6. Colonel's going to move on to round 2 of the MAIS AAA playoffs, where it appears they will host Leak Academy next week in what should be a fun one here from Legion Field. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to much of the coach's show, but I asked Coach Nestor what was his most memorable game aside from the state championship last year, and he went back to that 25-24 win over Leak here 2 years ago. I'll never forget Jonathan Holland picked up the first down on an option by about an inch and a half, and the next play, Wheeler Tim put it in the end zone. And it looks like the Colonels will meet up with the League Rebels again next year. Next week, yes. Thank you. A minute to play here. 1st and 10, Green Wave from their own 48. Devazier looking for the pass, and it will be caught. Colonel 40 by number 40, Luke Daniels.
Definitely appreciate Clint Jones at 12 gauge coming up here and giving us a little bit of his time there and his power status. I know he's definitely above everything and all, and got a lot of fans out there chirping in Colonel Nation. I'm going to have to tighten up on his color commentating skills, though, but he definitely did a good job as a fill-in tonight. We got one in training, I guess that's what we're going to have to say.
Vazier looking to pass on 2nd and 8. Complete the 35. That's Harris Cole. Breaks free. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown Green Wave. Devazier to Cole from 38 yards out. The Green Wave back on the board with 19 seconds to play. They will get a chance to try the extra point. They'll actually go for 2, but the clock will expire. But the Green Wave should have the opportunity to get those extra points on the board. That makes it 45-12. Again, Devazier to Cole.
They're not going to run.
They will not attempt the 2-point try. 45-12 will be your final score. Colonels improve to 11-0 and will advance to round 2 of the MAIS AAA playoffs. They will be back here at Legion Field next week, 7 o'clock kickoff.